Hi, I want to welcome you to our 2011 10-Day Detox Challenge. Now, I want to talk to you about a few different things. One, just about the particular detox program that you're going to be on, because this particular program through Metagenics, it's a product called Ultra Clear. It is based on science. And it works well, and the reason why we use this one in particular is because it actually is convenient. You can do a very quality detox in 10 days. It's the most advanced, and it's been clinically validated. This thing has been studied. We know that it works and that it really does detox the body. So some things that we're going to do is, number one, define what detoxification is. We're going to review some of the science. We're going to talk about some of the protocols that we're going to do, and then go over some of the results. Now, detoxification simply is normalizing our body's ability to metabolize xenobiotic, which is chemical compounds, and endogenous compounds, things that are just found in the body, and normalizing the body's ability to handle those while reducing the toxic burden that's coming inside the body. There's a lot of research that shows how drugs are detoxified from the body, and so because of that research, we can establish ways to allow the body to detox, since we know that that's something that happens on a regular basis through our liver and through our kidneys. So there's different kinds of pathways. We have the hepatic detoxification pathway. That is the detoxification that happens in the liver. We have phase 3 clearance, and those are phase 1 and phase 2 happen in the liver. Phase 3 clearance happens in the kidneys, and so we want to make sure that what we're doing is going to clear the liver and clear the kidneys, so that our body is actually doing the detoxification itself. This product isn't going to do it for you. It's going to get your body to be able to detox all by itself. Now, because of this research, we found that there's individual variability. Each person in the world has a different ability at detoxing different things inside our body, and so because of that, it's so important to make sure that each of us have the highest ability, the maximum ability to completely detox the body as well as possible, and that's what our cleanse is going to do. Now, because of our things that we come in contact with, our body can be overburdened. Those detoxification pathways in the liver and the kidneys can get overworked, and because of that, that will start to create some toxic problems in the body. So we have our 3 phases. Actually, there are going to be 4 different pathways that we're going to be looking at here. In the liver, phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification happens. In the kidney, phase 3 happens. And also we have heavy metal detoxification. We're going to be using all 4 of these pathways when we do our cleanse here, so I'm really excited about that. Diet and lifestyle has a direct impact on how well our body detoxifies, how well our body gets rid of the toxins that are there. So part of what we're going to be doing is this great elimination diet that's going to make changes in the things that are coming inside our body. When you detox, you actually don't want to fast, and you don't want to have poor nutrition, because they actually will impede proper detoxification. So you always want to make sure that whatever you're using is the highest quality possible, so that we actually do have the most optimal detoxification possible. So is a detoxification program actually necessary? And I'll have to say 100% yes, because there are some major things that we're starting to see in the research. Number one is that our water supply, and when you're thinking about toxins, you might not even be thinking about this, but our water supply is shown that there is a low level of inorganic arsenic in our drinking water all over the world. So, huge problem, and this is an area that we don't even think about. And what we found in research, that arsenic is connected to type 2 diabetes. We've seen an explosion in type 2 diabetes, and honestly, I think most of it is due to our poor eating habits, but the fact that our water is contaminated with arsenic, a heavy metal, a very scary thing, that can also have something to do with one of the most serious health problems that we deal with here in America. So we want to make sure that we're using a product that's going to get rid of that metal toxicity. And lots of research is coming out saying that there's a big connection between toxins and disease. Also, when you think about your plastic water bottles, we think, well, maybe I'll just not drink tap water, I'll drink water bottles. Well, bottled water, the plastic in water bottles, also have a chemical that's very, very, very toxic. So you're not necessarily safe just from using the water bottles. Now, toxins also will cause and also help to progress chronic conditions from cardiovascular disease, diabetes, metabolic syndrome, our reduced resistance to stress, immunosuppression. All those things can lead to a lifespan that decreases and lead to us dying early. So we definitely want to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to lower our toxic burden. It can also cause muscle aches, difficulty concentrating, just a general feeling of blah. Food allergies and sensitivities, fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue are also affected by high toxic burden. Irritability, headaches, tiredness, fatigue, weakness, abdominal pain, tremors, kidney distress, elevated liver enzymes, those things are all affected by an overloaded, overly toxic loaded body. So we got to come up with something. So let's talk about some of the tools that are available for detoxification, and I think we'll do that in the next video. So now we want to talk about what tools are actually available to find out if you're a candidate for detoxification. One of the first things that we're going to do is a medical symptoms questionnaire. And so the MSQ test is going to ask questions about how are you doing, how are you feeling symptom-wise, what's been bothering you within the last month. And so you'll go ahead and we'll fill that out, and it provides information for us to know whether or not you're a good candidate for detoxification. So that's the first thing that we're going to do, is we're just going to fill out that questionnaire, and that's going to tell us how well detoxification will work for you. So as we start looking at this detoxification, if we're going to do a really good job at detoxifying things, we have to make sure we support every single phase of detoxification. And this is important because a lot of things out there, we're going to look at phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. A lot of things out there only start with phase 1. But phase 1 happens in the liver. That's where the toxins are bound. Phase 2 is when they're turned into something water-soluble so the liver can get rid of it. Phase 3 is what happens in the kidney, which also is a detoxifying organ in our body. So you need you need to make sure that whenever you're detoxing, you're using a product that's going to support all of those levels. What's great about the Ultra Clear Renew product is it has a very fantastic new metal detoxification technology that is going to allow your body to detox from heavy metals, which is an issue that more people than you think have a problem with. So we'll address those things with a very simple protocol, simple 10-day protocol, and we'll be able to monitor and measure the results. That's why you're filling out this form, because when we do this again after it's all over, we're going to fill that form out again, and we are going to see exactly how things have changed. Now, this particular detoxification program is based upon 27 years of clinical experience and scientific research. The product, the Ultra Clear, what's so great about it, one of the first things is everything we're going to do is very, very, very low on the allergen scale. The protein is a low allergy rice protein that's designed to be able to give us the right nutrition that we need, supporting our gastrointestinal barrier and also supporting the liver functioning the way that it needs to. So we have certain nutrients that are going to support phase 1, which is going to allow the liver to bind the toxins. Also specific nutrients for phase 2 that allows the toxins to turn into something that is water soluble so it can be cleared. And what it uses is a number of things, but one are the decaffeinated green tea catechins that will support both phase 1 and phase 2. There's also potassium citrate, which increases urinary alkalinity. When you change the pH of our urine, then we will see our body detoxing more effectively through the kidneys. So very important there. Now, we also have specific nutrients that are going to upregulate the production of this chemical called metallothionein. Now, metallothionein is very specifically going to bind toxic metals, and so that's going to be the function of that metallothionein. And so we have specific nutrients that are going to increase the production of the metallic thionein. It's one of the most important detoxification proteins. If we weren't detoxifying, it just transports zinc and copper through different parts of the body. So important. Now, other things that are found in the Metagenics products that are going to upregulate that metallothionein: proprietary spent hops, prune skin extract, watercress, ellagic acid, and zinc. Now, some of the research, and there's lots of research on this product and how it's shown to be able to detoxify. You have these heavy metal binding proteins with the ultra clear product. You see a 54% increase in heavy metal binding proteins. You see a 74% increase in mercury excretion. So you're definitely removing heavy metals by using this product. So how do we do it? How does the protocol actually work? We have 3 essential components of metabolic detoxification. Number 1, reduce the amount of incoming toxins. That happens through the elimination diet that you're going to do. You're going to remove a lot of the things that could be toxic in the body, so we do that during the diet. Number 2, provide nutritional support. We have a low allergy potential protein and carbs and the different things that you're going to be able to eat that are going to support the body to be able to do this detoxification. But then also, number 3, support the expression of that metallothionein so that you can also detox your body of the heavy metals. So incredibly important. Now, here's some research. There was a detoxification program that was done for people who were chronically ill, and what they started to notice is, and this is a number of different conditions, in 84% of patients in this experimental group, there was an average 52% reduction in symptoms over a period of 10 weeks. So, and that was using the Metagenics product compared to just making a change in the diet. So it takes a number of different things in order to make sure that we have this detoxification happening. There's another study on chronic fatigue syndrome. Those that had more balanced detoxification also had improvement in their levels of fatigue, in their reported levels of fatigue. I think our wording is here. It says demonstrate a more imbalance, but we want a balanced detoxification ratio. Now, fibromyalgia patients had a 55% improvement in pain. Fibromyalgia patients with mercury fillings. Fibromyalgia patients with pain had a 34% improvement in their pain within just a few visits. There are a lot of changes that are going to happen. It's not just for people with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. This is something that is going to make you healthier. I expect you to expect great changes with your detoxification. At least 17 years of use, clinical use, have been happening with this particular, with UltraClear. And there's continual studies that are being published showing how effective it is and to how safe it is. And a complete reduction in symptoms, or expecting a reduction in symptoms, is definitely something that you should expect. So we have a simple protocol. It's going to maximize your ability to do it and also maximize your benefit. You'll be taking 2 to 3 servings a day of the UltraClear, as indicated in that patient guide. And really, just as you're going through this, just make sure that you're following that patient guide. If you do that, it will guide you through the process, and you really won't have any problem at all. So what's next? We can order the detox kit. That would be the next step. You can talk with Marissa if you're here in the office, or you can call our office at 572-2596, and we can order that detox kit for you. You can get a copy of your food guidelines so that you can prepare today. Otherwise, you'll be able to start when we receive the detox in our office. Just get ready for a great change in your health. I'm so looking forward to seeing the things that are going to happen as a result of this change. And I'm going to be, as a result of this cleanse, and I'm going to be doing this right along with you. So I'm really happy about the process, and I look forward to enjoying it with you. Thank you.